Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sport. DH it.
Thank you.
David, he clearly is a special talent, and his resume showed it. Thank you. And the Clippers starting five. The team leaders, George and Leonard, are the wing. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point. And for Washington, we've got Davis. Anunoby out there with Daniel Gafford. And there's Porzingis, and it's Beal in at shooting guard. Midway through the season, are teams, Greg, still trying to find their identity and evolve, or is it just a matter of building on what you've already got?
I think there's still some steps in small parts of evolution of a team, Kevin, but at the time when you get into 25 or 30 games, coaches are really familiar and helping players establish a rhythm to the number of players they're going to play, the rotations they're going to play in, the nights when they need more offense and how they're going to lean on guys, the nights where they might need more defense and play certain lineups. That's still pretty much the foundation of what they're going to be the rest of the year.
Now here is Davis. He's covered closely. Outside, Porzingis. 6 to shoot. There's the dish to Beal. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
In general, Porzingis' size is problematic. The D is not going to have any option but to foul.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Left side, Wall. The good-looking shot from the wing.
And that's job number 1 for Wall. When he's on the floor, be the guy to lead your offense and keep it flowing.
And Davis, here we go. Passes to Anunoby. Back to Davis. Anunoby kicks to Davis. Beal, the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
All of that happening because Porzingis moved well off of the screen to find the space.
For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against the Knicks. George against Davis. George passes to Zubac. It's good.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there. At his size with that kind of touch, that is money.
So it's Washington now after the Clippers pick up 2. Porzingis kicks to Anunoby. Beal, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Beal. 5 to shoot. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist from Beal. Porzingis has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Outside, George. To the paint. Here's Zubac. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Zubac has got 6 points.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
And for so long in Indiana, Paul George was that guy. But, boy, I tell you, he's been a good sidekick the last few years.
Well, he's been amazing and continues to be a little bit undervalued in the way that people assume Paul George's offensive and defensive game as a collective and the way it impacts winning, especially playing alongside Kawhi Leonard. Didn't have to take as much of the offensive load if he didn't want to. But Paul George still gets it done.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
Get ready for the Dirt Squad!
Here's Wall. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
It's Davis with the drive, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And Leonard gets it to go.
You got to do your best to root and push and shove Kawhi Leonard outside of the paint. He's just too strong and too skilled on the inside, and then he starts to get comfortable.
Now here's Davis, coming off a stellar performance against Boston. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
LA Ball.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them.
And on the drive, Wall can be so sudden, striking before the defense gets a chance to load.
Now here is Davis. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Here's Beal, trailing by 2. Takes it inside and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
It's just such a high IQ. Beal using the bounce to get to the line where he's just a fantastic free throw shooter.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Now here's Leonard. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Here is Davis. There's the pass to Porzingis. Outside, Wall. Here he goes. And the slam dunk by Wall.
You got to clog up the lanes because Wall runs all over you when you don't.
Wall with a block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. Norman Powell checked in for the Clippers.
Norman Powell.
Los Angeles on D. Beal from long range. The Wizards with another miss. The Clippers have gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. Leonard inside. He's guarded by Anunoby. And a dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
A lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Offensive rebound. Gafford kicks to Anunoby. Outside, Beal. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
And we continue to see Beal improve as a playmaker. Beautiful pass there.
Anunoby against Leonard. Pass to Powell. A 3-ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter's feel, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Davis. Outside, Beal. On the wing, Davis. Covered by Wall. To the inside. Porzingis. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 4 assists now tonight.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Wall attacking. And Wall with the slam.
At times, Wall can be so explosive here, playing downhill, and then just sails over the defense for the dunk.
Now here is Davis. There's Beal with the three. The rebound by Paul George. Kicks it to Leonard. Fires the three. That shot missing. Now Washington takes it the other way. Beal deciding where to go with it. Back to Anunoby. To the middle. Here's Gafford. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That was pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. And then for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Leonard. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for John Wall.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. You see that pay off.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Washington trails by 5. Here's DiVincenzo. Wright, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Wright's got his second basket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Lays it up and banks it in. And the Clippers lead by 5. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul.
Third team foul.
1:27 left here in the opening quarter. Wright, the pass to Caldwell Pope. There's the drive.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
To the paint. Rebound by the Wizards. Here's DiVincenzo. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
The awareness, something people don't always talk enough about with Porter. That's a great find there.
Passes it to Batum. Inside. No good. Shot missing. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Porter passes to Carey. Porter trying to free himself out. A nice shot by Carey. Now just a 1-point Los Angeles lead. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. Count the basket. Howell's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Outside Porter. Down low. Here's Carey. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And that's a nice sign. Porter normally on the other end of the pass, but great awareness.
Just 3 on the clock, and the layup is good. And the Wizards lead by 1.
Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
A big-time effort for Porzingis. Well, Bradley Beal has 4 brothers who played football. So, how did he settle on basketball?
Mom said in high school.
Simple. And it seems like it worked out for him.
No question. And his mother coached him up. So, some all-around sports talent in the Beal family.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Washington.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence
in the paint.
I'm loving the ping pong action of the ball tonight. A decent number of assists so far.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So the Wizards 5 right now. Wright is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. And it's Carey in at center. Now here's Davis. To the inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
So Porzingis can post you up. He can face you up. He can penetrate from outside. This kid is impressive.
Clippers trail by 5. Kennard, the pass to Coffey. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. And yes, it's good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Beal, the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis showing you what he can do if he gets that close. The big man up big time.
Jackson against Davis. To the paint. Here's Zubac. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
That just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Batum against Davis. Inside. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Jackson passes to Kennard. Porzingis with the block.
You can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
To the middle, uncovered. Good as Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 6 assists now in the game.
Guys, he can't miss. I swear, he was trying to miss that. He did not miss. That means he can't miss.
Now here's Jackson. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the shot goes down.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Here is Davis. Following the score by Reggie Jackson. Anunoby. It's hauled in by Coffey.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Batum, good.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now here is Davis. The pass to Anunoby. Nice ball movement by Washington. Down low. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. And the Clippers call time here. Well, we've heard, Brent, some teams say more should be done to protect players from dangerous fouls. Do you agree?
Well, I think the head shots are something that people are looking at most. It's player safety comes first. And I know a lot of people that watch basketball in the 70s and 80s when the game was much more physical, where those plays didn't result in technical fouls, see it a bit differently. But it's still about protecting the players and avoiding those kind of plays to put them in danger. And I'm for that.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Batum. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And John Wall is subbed in for Jackson. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Now, here's Wall. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. Back to Wall. Pass to Zubac. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Zubac has got 4 points this quarter.
And how about the read from John Wall? He knows the angles, sees the opportunity, and makes the right feed.
Now here's Davis. Inside, here's Porzingis. That one goes in. Porzingis has got 22.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Wall dishes to George. Over Davis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And we all know George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
Norman Powell's checked in for the Clippers. Outside, Beal. To the left side wing. Gafford, high post. He dishes it to Beal. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Here's Porzingis. All with the steal. Here's Powell. Here's Leonard. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Well, Leonard taking initiative right now, has a good sense for where the misses are coming off the rim, and he's there ahead of time.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
And he just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Zubas. Now here's Beal. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. Beal with it. Guarded by Powell. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Wall against Beal. Now here's Wall. He's guarded closer. Shoots over Beal. Wall, no luck. And it's Davis with the ball for the Wizards. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Wall. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. The 3. Rebound by the Wizards. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Davis. Powell against Beal. The tray. Wizards keeping it alive in a fresh 14-second shot clock. He takes it in. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
And great recognition there in the pick and roll. Beal usually able to make the right play.
Clippers trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a great ground.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Now here's Powell. He's got 7. And the shot goes in.
Marcus Morris.
8 points for him.
Yeah, working the painted area. Morris with just enough size and quickness to finish the play, even with a hand in his face.
Here's Wright. Pass to Carey. The shot missing. Nice D from Wall. The Clippers have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Powell, that's good.
That's a nice assist from Wall. Scanning the floor, just looking to find the best shot possible.
Here's Washington now. Now here's Wright. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
2 minutes.
There's Porter with the 3. Connects from 3-point range. Porter's got 5 minutes.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best 3-point shooters in the league.
To the paint, here's Leonard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And right, here we go. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
It would take some very special defense to stop him once he gets that close to the bucket, and they weren't special that time.
Here's Leonard into the lane, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And for a player who didn't enter the league with breakdown ability off the dribble, guess what? Kawhi will break you down.
Wright, and he uses the glass on the lane. Wright's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Now the pass to Powell. To the middle, here's Leonard. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Left side, Porter. 3-pointer. Powell pulls it in.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from 3-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Leonard against Porter. And here's Leonard. Again, Los Angeles.
Count on Kawhi Leonard to work as much as he needs to get to the spots on the floor where he can be successful. He's a good shooter from mid-range.
Big time. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. There was no stopping Kristaps Porzingis in the first half. He ended up with 24 points, 2 block shots, and 4 rebounds.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
So for the Clippers right now, outside the wings are George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point. Outside, George. Zubac trying to break loose. That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from George.
Paul George showing his offensive confidence right there, just letting that one go as soon as it touches his hands.
Outside, Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
It's George on the wing. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's just a good-looking shot from Paul George. Gets it right into his shooting pocket and finishes it off with confidence.
Outside, Beal. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Beal's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Here's Wall, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
And great to see Wall beat a couple major injuries. Had to attack rehab twice. Doesn't always get enough credit for his dedication to the game.
Good on the 3-point shot.
And it's fun watching Beal take these shots. He's a master at knowing when to catch and fire.
Anunoby against Leonard. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And for Wall, Greg, has his game changed at all now that he's into his 30s?
And he's so much stronger now. Just as liable to go through you, sent around you. Better at varying the tempo and controlling the pace of the game.
And the call up, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That'll be his second foul of the game. For the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Jackson in for John Wall. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And the rejection by Gafford. It's Davis with the drop, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
George up top. He's covered by Beal.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Clippers trail by 5. And Batum kicks to Jackson. Outside, George. And again, no good by the Clippers. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for Washington. Here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. George against Beal. George passes to Zubac. In the corner, Kennard with it. Feeds over Anunoby. That one wide left.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Beal against George. Stolen by Zubac. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far. How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
He just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. And the Clippers call time here.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
And Coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Both teams will make substitutions. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Washington leading now by 11. Driving inside. And that one, good. DiVincenzo's got 6.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And the dunk by Zubac.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Caldwell Pope outside. Beyond the arc. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want. The other not so much.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. The feed to Jackson. And the layup falls. And it's 6 points for Reggie Jackson.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Caldwell Pope outside. From past the arc. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. To the inside. Jackson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. He's got 8.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
And right, here we go. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Kennard. Jackson against Wright. Caldwell Pope outside. And again, Washington with the triple.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Driving to the basket. They get it back. Here's Zubac. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. That 3 off the mark. Clippers trail by 11. Jackson with it. Now Wright defending. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Now Powell. 9 points in the game so far. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Wright. To the paint. Here's Caldwell Pope. It's hauled in by the Clippers. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. Kennard against Porter. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Fires for 3. Rebound, Washington. Carey's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Here's Powell. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Powell's got 11 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. It's Porter outside. They get it again. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, that pops your confident balloon out there, just completely deflating when plays like that happen.
Jackson gets the bucket.
He uses the threat of his drive to open up looks for him offensively. Jackson is one smart cookie.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And so it's Washington. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Bradley Beal. Daniel Gafford is out there with Anunoby. Then there's Davis, and it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Ball against Davis. Down low. Here's Porzingis, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
Davis with it. Outside, Beal. To the middle. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Nice unselfish passing there by Beal. He knows he can't do it all by himself.
All alone. Again, Los Angeles.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Davis. Anunoby in the corner. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Los Angeles making a switch here. George is checked in.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Washington.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, just as much in this half as the first.
Another thing they've done well tonight is to share the basketball. So many of their buckets have just been off crisp offensive sets, setting up their shooters.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Pass to Beal. Going inside and finished off by Beal.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Right side, Wall. Basket counts.
No, you got to honor Wall from there, showing how effective he can be from that spot on the floor.
Here's Davis, and it's blocked. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Kicks it out to Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Wizards. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Outside, Beal. Over Leonard. Beal finds Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And the Clippers call time here. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubats is checked in and keeping us updated from the sideline. Let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He said, this is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win. Kevin, we know what side he's on.
Thanks so much, David.
And the amount of confidence Morris is feeling right now. Everything looks right. Just an awesome scoring display for him.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Wizards leading by 3. Here's Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read. Calls his own number and then sends it home.
Leonard dishes the Wall. Pass to Zubats. Back to Wall. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And that's too close. When Wall gets a shot that deep inside, it is almost automatic.
Outside, Beal. To the wing right side. Nice ball movement by Washington. Leonard kicks to George. To the inside. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
It's Beal on the wing. From deep. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Passes it to Zubac. Here's Wall. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Wall's got 6 in the quarter.
And the tight defense there only seems to increase Wall's focus. Gives him a little extra lift on the jumper.
Davis, the pass to Beal. Takes a 3. Stolen by George. Down low to tie it up. And it's Leonard missing. For Washington, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Back to Beal. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Wall kicks to Leonard. And that's a foul. Called on Bradley Beal. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Get ready for the dance squad.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Leonard inside. He's guarded by Anunoby. Washington's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And counted. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And one of the league's most gifted scorers, Beal relishes any chance he gets to finish while getting fouled.
Shooting for Washington.
Clippers trail by 5. Wall passes to George. And here's Leonard. He's guarded by Anunoby. And there's the pass to Wall. And the Clippers miss again. Washington's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Now here's Davis. Outside, Beal. Rocket 6. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. The guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Wall dishes to Leonard. George looking around. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake.
Paul George stepping up big time.
Washington leading now by 5. It's Davis with the drop. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
4th personal foul. 2nd team foul.
And that one falls for Davis.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Zubac, no good. The Wizards have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Gafford kicks to Beal. Back to Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Clippers trail by 9. And here's George. Pulls up on the elbow. That one a tad off to the right, but drops in for him. George has got 9 points here in the second half. Here's Davis. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. George against Beal. George passes to Wall.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Outside Leonard. This one for 3. Washington with the rebound. Porzingis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And Beal kicks to Davis. From deep 3-point range, Beal with the bucket. Beal's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Washington.
Staggering accuracy from Beal. Goes up from deep range and makes a tough shot look easy.
George with the bucket.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Ball against Davis. Outside, Beal. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. Good. And it's Beal picking up the assist. Porzingis has got 8 points in the quarter.
Porzingis playing with some heart now, never giving up or into the defense, muscling through that difficult shot.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Wall, it's good.
What a great finish there from Wall. It's clear he doesn't fear anyone when he's looking to score.
And that one falls for Wall. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
And that one, good. And the Wizards lead by 9.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
I love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 9. There's 53 seconds left in the game. Outside, George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Davis, the pass to Beal. From outside, off the mark. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. 34 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Back to Porzingis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss? Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
You throw good, Paul George. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they commit an intentional foul. I see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble again.
Marcus Morris. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Los Angeles 5.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Some padding here on the free throw line. Some good work.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're behind by 6. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, act fast, but without mistakes.
19 seconds left to play in the final quarter. George against Davis. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebounded by Gafford. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. And so he's picked up his final foul. He'll sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, tough break for him there. But they'd have a tough time coming back from this deficit no matter who's on the floor.
Porzingis with the block. And so Washington takes the win. A confident win and one where they... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.